This is a story told entirely by records. A birth certificate, a census page, a draft card, a ship's muster roll, a parish register written in Latin. Not one line of it is invented. Every name, every date, every place comes from a document that still exists. Together, they tell the story of one man, two family trees, and how he came to belong to the tree that raised him. It begins, as these things often do, with a name that was changed. Chicago. January 1942. A boy is born, and the name on the certificate is a star. The certificate carries a number, 2379, and, years later, an amendment. It was changed after an adoption. That amendment is where the two trees separate. Follow the first tree, the one written on the original page. His father of record, Charles Émile Astar. And the records show that even his father had carried another name. He was born Charles Émile Persian, the 3rd of September 1916 in Chicago. The paper trail on him is complete, a 1916 birth index, the census of 1920, the census of 1940, a marriage in 1937, a draft card, and, at the end of it, a death recorded in 2006. His mother of record, Helen Louise Melton, born the 14th of October 1917, in Iola, Kansas, and buried, in the end, back in Iola under the name she was born with. There was also a sister, Roberta Elsie Astar, born in February of 1939. The records show she lived 3.5 months, a birth and a grave close together. That is all the paperwork kept of her. Climb this tree higher, and it leaves the country. Émile Louis Astar, born 1868 in Dusseldorf, Germany. His wife, Theresia Egger, Swiss, from the canton of Argo. And on the mother's side, the Melton and Cadell families. Henry Campbell, Melton of Corydon, Kentucky, and Lucinda Cadell of Missouri. That is the first tree. Chicago, reaching back to Kansas, to Germany, to Switzerland. It is documented, and it is only one of the two. There is a story often told to a child with an absent father that the father was a soldier, lost to a war. Charles Astor's own records say otherwise. His 1940 draft card lists no military service. None. It names his mother, not his wife. By the standard of the paperwork, the marriage was already ending. Whatever story may have been told, the record of a war hero is not in Charles Astor's file. It is in another man's, Norman William Luby. Born Rockford, Illinois, 1917. Occupation on the record, carpenter. In October of 1942, he enlisted in the United States Navy and became a CB, a builder in a construction battalion. The service records follow him. Camp Peary, then Construction Battalion Detachment 1507, and then Guam. His rating, Carpenter's Mate, First Class. The muster rolls carry his name, roll after roll, island after island, while the Seabees built the airfields, docks, and bases the Pacific War was won from. Came home through San Francisco in December of 1945. He married Helen around 1946 and became a building contractor in Lake County, Illinois. And by 1950, a census taker recorded the household in plain columns. Norman W. Luby, head. Helen, wife, born in Kansas. And Charles Luby, son, age 8. The same boy, a new surname, recorded by the government as Norman's son. That is the adoption, written into the public record. Now follow this second tree back, the way the records allow. Back through Michael F. Luby of Round Lake, Illinois, and his wife, Anna Rash. Back to a man named Cornelius Luby, spelled in the old registers Looby. Born in County Tipperary, Ireland, around 1826, into a country that was about to starve. To understand why he left, you have to know what he left. In 1845, a blight turned Ireland's potato crop to black rot in the ground. What followed has a name, on Gorda Moor, the Great Hunger. In 7 years, 1 million people died of starvation and fever, and 1 million more fled across the ocean. Cornelius Luby was one of them. He boarded a ship in 1851, in the worst of it, and never came back. Trail runs from Brooklyn to the gas works of Bloomington, Illinois by 1855 to to a farm in Kankakee, to citizenship in a new country. One of his sons is recorded as Father William Luby, a Catholic priest, and the origin is written plainly in a parish hand, Solohead, County Tipperary. A baptism, the 2nd of May, 1826. Parents recorded as John Luby and Mary Bryan, married in that same parish the 3rd of February, 1822, their vows entered in Latin. A landless, laboring family, the record reaching back near the year 1795. That is the second tree, Lake County, Illinois, reaching all the way home to a small parish in Ireland. There is one detail the records reconcile. They first looked like two different people. Helen, listed as the boy's mother on the Astar birth record, and Helen Luby, Norman's wife, are the same woman. A single Social Security file carries her one life across every name she was given. One mother. On both records, she is the seam where the two trees are joined, and in every record the family left behind afterward, the word beside the boy's name is the same word the census used. Son. Not stepson, not an asterisk, not a footnote. Quad. Son. The adoption did not only happen in a courthouse, it happened in a language the family used for the rest of its life. So bring the two trees on screen, side by side, each one documented. 1. Chicago, reaching to Dusseldorf and to Iola. The other. Lake County, Illinois, reaching to Solohead in Ireland. Both real. Both his. But follow the Luby line back far enough and the paper stops. Before the parish register at Solohead, before the year 1800, the records go quiet. And much of what Ireland did keep burned. In 1922, a fire at the Public Record Office in Dublin destroyed most of the country's 19th century census in a single day. So the trail ends at a wall. That wall is where most families stop. It is exactly where we begin. Here, then, is the whole of it, said plainly. The first tree gave him a beginning. The Lubys gave him a life. And the records agree with the family on the one word that matters most. Every family has a story worth standing on.